Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another installment of Chat's Perspectives. Once again, thank you for the name. I'm not going to hold you guys too long, just got a couple of perspectives to share with you. So, as always, let my co star do her thing and then we will get right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
I'm going to start this one off with something of a stunning revelation that I came to. I've been analyzing, as always, which I'm constantly doing, analyzing my credit strategy, my credit holdings, my credit cards, and my charge cards. And this particular perspective actually concerns one of my favorite cards, the card that I'm pretty much put myself on the map, knowing about and dealing with, and that is the American Express Platinum card. I do have the Charles Schwab variant, and it is an amazing card, but after analyzing my life and how it actually blends with my life, I actually came to a conclusion, and this is a perspective that may throw people off, but the card is actually not for me. Now, this might sound weird, especially if you're a longtime follower of the channel, because a lot of the times you'll hear me say, oh, by virtue of my travel, or, by virtue of the job I do, the fact that I travel for work, blah, blah, blah. And yes, do I get outsized value from the card? Oh, well, absolutely. That goes without questioning. Now, does it take more than normal effort than someone in Amex's target audience for me to get value out of the card? Also, again, absolutely. So whether I'm using an FHR credit or using Clear Credit or whatever it is, what have you, just because I can squeeze the value out of a card doesn't necessarily mean that the card is something that was tailor-made for me, because after doing an analysis, and like I said, everyone knows I'm an Amex fanboy, I've realized that for the travel that I do, for the things that I do, really and truly, I can do all of that with an Amex Green and get better multiplier. So yeah, that is the thing that I've been thinking about. Now, here's the thing though. I will not be getting rid of the Amex Platinum card because frankly, I just like it. And if I break down the cost per month, it is affordable. It has afforded me and my wife some things that we don't mind putting forth the effort in order to reap said value from. But from purely objective standpoint, if I have to be honest, I'm not the type that Amex goes for their Platinum card. I'm just not their people. And that's the best way to say it. So that is something that I have come to. Now, you can please feel free to comment on this in the comment section, because also Amex has been in the news in the credit card space for their radical changes and the fact that they are definitely moving to an even more affluent subset of people in order to maintain their brand. And they've been doing things that has pretty much kind of thrown off people like you and I in the platinum space. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are, and I'm gonna be honest, platinum card probably isn't for you, even if you have one. It's really for people who are very high spenders. The ones for high spenders normally have terrible multipliers, because when you're spending as much as the people they're targeting, you don't care about multiplier. You just don't. Like an example would be the Delta Reserve, or, pretty much almost any airline card. A hotel card, the Hyatt business card. Trust me, they are aiming for high spenders. They are not trying to have you optimize anything. They simply want you to earn rewards by sheer volume of spend. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's my first perspective, is that while I love the Amex Platinum card, to be honest with you, the Amex Platinum card may not love me, but it's staying in the stable. Now, continuing with something a little related to the Platinum card, and I mentioned earlier, was a Clear credit. Now, I have Clear. My wife, who I would like to get Clear, she's afforded a spot on my Clear membership. She actually hasn't taken it and does not have Clear, even though I've told her all you gotta do, verify it at the Clear ambassador thing in the airport. And she refuses to do it, and I'll tell you why. And that is a perspective that she has actually convinced me of. Clear ain't all that. Now, before you say, hold on, wait a minute, it's Clear, it makes you feel special, you travel a lot, yada, yada, yada. The fact of the matter is over the last year, and you can check my recent videos and you can verify that I've been to all of these places. I've been through LAX, I've been through Seattle Airport, I've been through LaGuardia, JFK, and these are major airports with major amounts of routes. As a matter of fact, all of the airports that I named are major airline hubs for one, if not all three of the big three legacy carriers. My wife, with TSA PreCheck, has beaten me through security at every single one of these airports. Every single one of them. So that has led me to the conclusion that Clear is only as good as the staff at that particular airport's ability to handle the load of passengers. Now, every single time, oh, and let me not forget, Miami too, on my most recent trip. There has not been an occasion at each of these major airports that she has not, with regular PreCheck, literally sailed through the PreCheck line and beaten me through it. Now, Clear has actually worked for me in smaller airports. When I was in Cleveland Hopkins, when I was at Palm Beach Airport, those got through without a problem. So don't get me wrong. Is a Clear benefit a benefit? Absolutely. Is it subjective? Because based on the airport, some people can't live without Clear. They just can't live without it because it literally is that much of a game changer. But I have actually been very shocked to find out in major international airports, it hasn't really done the trick for me. And frankly, I could take it or I could leave it. I mean, don't get me wrong, while I have it, I will. Please step forward and scan your eyes. That is definitely gonna be me. That's gonna be my life. But yeah, it's a little disconcerting when you're traveling with a partner who only has PreCheck and they beat you through security every time. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. And once again, please leave it in the comments. Tell me if I'm off base. By all means, I just wanted to let you know that is one of my perspectives. Now, there's been a lot of talk in the community about maybe not so much focusing on aspirational travel and once-in-a-lifetime trips. Now, I can totally appreciate that because let's just face it. You can spend and spend and spend, amass 1 million points, amass 1.5 million points. I mean, that's most normal people's lifetime. That's if they don't use any points throughout the year, and that's collectively if they have multiple cards. Now, to think of these things, it's like, yeah, definitely, I want to go to Fiji. I want to stay at a 5-star resort that I otherwise could not have stayed at. That is respectable. To be honest with you, I've done these things. I've taken flights that there's no way I could ever fly business class across the Atlantic and go enjoy Europe at my leisure because I've saved 96% on the dollar for the trip. I do not knock that at all, but also in the community, especially for people who have mentioned it, like Spencer Johnson, like Luke Points and Miles, like Anthony Venture. All of the high dollar, high flying redemptions, well, while they are great, they're not exactly run of the mill. I mean, by definition, of course. And I have found that one of the lowest redemptions that I have has actually produced one of the funnest trips that I had. Me and the wife actually did a redemption, which I'll be making a video on. It's a mix of redemption and cash, where it kind of was just, a little something to ease up on our pockets when we went to Seattle. We actually employed buy one, get one airfare, so we had to pay cash there. Had to pay cash for one of the rooms, a mix of points for the other room. And I can tell you right now, everyday trips and, just quick weekend mom and dad getaways are worth their weight in gold for your mental health. So when you are watching YouTube, when you are seeing people like me, Screaming Team Travel, understand that is travel all the way across the board. So if it is easier for me to drop 7,500 points to go from Florida to New York instead of paying cash in some cases, even if the cent per point value is a penny, might be worth the peace of mind if I need the cash when I hit the ground so I can hit the ground running. So please, 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 please understand that you need to gauge the value, and not just in cents per point, not just in dollars and cents, but sometimes in mental peace of all of the redemptions that you do, meaning that if you just need to go to Dallas from Chicago, if you just need to go from Salt Lake City to Boston and you find a good points deal, look, everywhere can't be the Maldives. everywhere can't be Bora Bora. Everywhere can't be the south of France or even Rome. So please keep that in mind as I do, that all redemptions, they're set apart, but it doesn't mean that they don't all have value. Now, I normally like to end these off with a YouTube perspective. If you go back through previous videos, you'll see I always end off something concerning specifically YouTube because that is a personal journey that I've taken. So now with this one, this perspective here, I just have 3 words for you. Collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. I don't care if you have 5 subscribers. I don't care if you have 500,000 subscribers. Collaborations are the spice that makes YouTube just like amazing. I can tell you from personal experience, I am incapable of literally making a video as successful as some of the collaborations that I've been honored to do with creators like Anthony Venture, like Spencer Johnson, like Kevin 24/7. I've waltzed onto these people's platforms. I've had great times. I've made great connections. And frankly, I think my channel and my development has been better for it. I promise you, just starting out on YouTube, you're already nervous about being in front of the camera. Why don't you mix that in with actually interacting with someone and trying to have a conversation while these mechanisms are just staring at you? Catching your mistakes in, mid-conversation and trying to, correct them. That will literally start to hone your talent as soon as humanly possible. I'm a big advocate of collaborations. I love seeing my favorite creators collab with one another. I love collaborating with some of my favorite creators. There are still people who I still would like to have a side-by-side conversation with just to see how it rolls. But I can tell you the chemistry, which is expressed on screen, is worth its weight in gold. Now, I said my best videos, I'm not talking about views. I am talking about straight success. How did I feel after the video? How did I feel before the video and during? And would I do it again? By far have always been my collaborative efforts. And with that, I would like to extend a great thank you to any and everybody. Oh, Rod from Point Blank Travel, he has also had me on his channel. I would love to extend a thank you to every single person who has allowed me to collaborate with them. It is one of the highest honors and highest tokens of respect that you can pay another creator in this space, as it is hyper competitive. So that's it. That's pretty much, I believe this is episode 4 of Chad's Perspectives. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that, and hopefully you like them. As always, even if you don't, I would love to hear your opinions, for, neutral, or against. Hey, if I don't know what I'm talking about, look, I don't care what the comments say. I'm gonna respond to all of them anyway. If you have a disagreement, which I have had, I only ask that you be respectful, and I am all for a little respectful discord. So we don't have to agree, but as long as we can talk, that's all that really matters. Now, in this video, if you have heard a little bit of light snoring, please don't mind. It is just my little boy. He just wanted to hang out while I filmed the video. And of course, these little kids can't hang. So, he fell asleep. So just in case you hear him in the background, he is having quite the restful slumber, which I wish was me. But I have to go head out and get some work done. Some more work done. Some non-YouTube work done. So it is what it is. So let me get to the pointy thing, where I try to, keep you guys on the channel longer and make you, watch more videos. So I've done that part. I'll try to see if I can align the videos. But other than that, we are all good. I'm not going to hold you any longer. Take it easy.